Last week we came off another big 4-0 win, thanks to the efforts of Trick Room Diancie and Life Orb Gengar in the endgame. This officially locks us into first place in the league, making it very likely the L.E.A.F agents will be making the playoffs. That said, we should hopefully keep this momentum going as we're trying to fight for first seed, as that will give us the best control for choosing our opponent in playoffs. What's going on everyone, my name is Scorpion, coach of the L.E.A.F agents, and welcome to Battle Hub Draft League Season 7, Week 7. Today we're going to be going into battle against the second seed of our league and longtime rival of ours in Abomination, coach of the Athabasca Miltanks. As always, I'll be walking you guys through a quick overview of the matchup, the team we're bringing this week, and the battle itself will follow. Though if you do want to skip ahead straight to the battle, there is always a timestamp for it in the description down below. If you guys do enjoy today's Draft League battle, do appreciate leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as we're trying to get to 200 subscribers and only you can help me get there. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it. To give you guys a quick recap, our team consists of Urshifu Single Strike, Landorus Therian, Terra Iron Crown, Cyclizar, Terra Diancie, Gengar, Vaporeon, Entei, Rodamo, and Mienshao. Well, for this week, our opponent's roster consists of Corviknight, Slowking, Kyurem, Ursaluna, Terra Jolteon, Florges, Overqwil, Whimsicott, Terra Infernape, Terra Porygon 2, and Misdreavus. Lots of scary threats. Terra Jolteon is unironically a huge problem for my team, as with Terra Ice it easily blasts away our only electric immunity, and it fires off fast, powerful attacks as well as gets free momentum with Volt Switch absolutely free into our team. The combination of Corviknight and Slowking is also very tough for our team to break. He has multiple fairy types to deal with Urshifu, and Ursaluna can also pretty much get a KO every single time it comes in. This is definitely one of our rougher matches of the season, and Al is an amazing player who I probably respect the most out of any opponent on our schedule, so it's going to be an uphill battle. That said, let's cut straight to the team building section to see how we are taking these guys on. Alright y'all, so welcome to the team building section for BHCL Season 7, Week 7. This is of course going to be against our good buddy Al, aka Abomination, coach of the Athabasca Miltanks. Probably the toughest matchup we have of all season, so let's waste no further time, let's get right into it. So, most important Pokemon of this matchup is going to be our Iron Crown, Terra Iron Crown of course. Tachyon Cutter, Psychic Noise, Terra Blast, and Volt Switch. 48 EVs in HP, max special attack, 4 in special defense, and 204 in speed with a timid nature. Assault Vest as the item, and Electric as the Terra type. So what does this do for us? This is our main check to Pokemon like Slowking, Kyurem, Terra Ice Jolteon, most importantly, as well as the likes of Florges and Whimsicott. There's a lot of targets this game that Iron Crown is supposed to check, but it honestly 1v1s them all really, really well. With Terra Electric Volt Switch, we can easily generate momentum on Pokemon like Corviknight and Slowking, as they are weak to Electric, and it's also very, very important to deny things like Thunder Wave from Slowking, as well as a potential Stun Spore from Whimsicott. This is the one and only line of defense that we have against our team, or in our team, sorry, to not crumble against a Terra Ice Jolteon, and even though it can Volt Switch out on us, we obviously can get the slow Volt Switch against it and generally generate momentum. So hopefully it is able to stick around and 1v1 the Pokemon it needs to until the late game. Next up is going to be our Urshifu Single Strike, our main breaker for this game. Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Bulk Up, and Sucker Punch. 32 EVs in HP, max attack, 12 EVs in special defense, and 212 in speed with a jolly nature. Leftovers is the item. With Bulk Up, we actually gain the ability to basically set up on Corviknight and 1v1 almost all variants of it. Even an Iron Defense Body Press Corviknight does not beat us 1v1 because we are a physical attacker blessed with a move that can always critical hit. Close Combat obviously very crucial for the KO on Kyurem. I'm pretty sure that KOs after rocks, and even if it doesn't, Sucker Punch can finish it off. Wicked Blow in general very, very spammable against my opponent's team, as the fairies do not have the best physical defense, and this can hopefully allow us to punch some holes and make it easier for Pokemon like Iron Crown to finish the game off later. Also very, very powerful if it's switched in by Iron Crown, of course, as well as the following member. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be that set. Next up is going to be Landorus Therian, of course, our main defensive pivot for the likes of Ursaluna as well as Infernape. Earthquake, Stealth Rock, U-Turn, and Taunt. 248 EVs in HP, 56 in attack, 84 in defense with an Impish Nature, and 120 in special defense with a Yachi Berry as the item. You probably can already guess what the Yachi Berry is for. It does help against Kyurem as well to an extent, although of course Icicle Spear will just punch right through that. This is mainly to eat a Terra Blast Ice from Jolteon and 1v1 it with Earthquake if it comes down to it. Obviously we do need to be very helpful with this because we are still going to be regular weak to Terra Blast Ice, but it only does about 72 to 85 I believe off the top top of my head. And an Earthquake gets this thing in range of priority options on our team, as well as Stealth Rock. Speaking of Stealth Rock, very, very good rocker this game, because even though Corviknight is an amazing defogger that ladders basically can't touch, we can taunt it to prevent it from defogging the rocks away, and we should be faster as well, right? As far as EVs are concerned, I wanted to run max HP so I can take on both physical and special attackers. 56 in attack allows me to guaranteed one-shot Jolteon after a little bit of chip with a Earthquake, even if it's terrestrialized out of its ground weakness. 84 defense EVs with an Impish Nature guarantees that we can always survive a or two Bandit Infernape Flare Blitzes, as well as a Guts Ursaluna Facade after Intimidate. And then 120 special defense EVs is basically so I can't be 2-KO'd by an Overquill running Ice Beam for us. Of course, Overthandler is quite a nice check to that, but it can have Ice Beam. With this, we can actually take 2 of those and 1v1 that as well. Next up is going to be Gengar, hopefully another breaker, as well as a late game cleaner in this match. Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, and Encore. 32 EVs in HP, max special attack, 4 in special defense, and 220 in speed with Timid Nature. Air Balloon is the item. With Air Balloon attached, Gengar is immune to both of Ursaluna's stabs. Obviously gets a little bit of its former glory back from its old ability Levitate. And of course it is also immune to its normal stab as well. With that, we can lock Ursaluna into either a setup move. It could potentially be running a special defensive bulk up variant, or if it's just running one of its stabs, we could try to set up on it with Nasty Plot. The combination of Shadow Ball and Focus Blast is completely unresisted into my opponent's team, and it allows us to have something that can outspeed Kyurem and one-shot it with Focus Blast. Also hits Ursaluna, like I said, and Shadow Ball is just going to free against the rest of the team. We have a lot of ways to chip down Overquill, so I'm not too worried about that thing, but even Overquill we can also, for example, lock into spikes or whatever, so Gengar can even switch into it and try to set up. Next up going to be Rotom-Mow, coming back for 2 weeks in a row actually, but it has an even more important role this game. I actually really like Rotom-Mow in this one. Volt Switch, Leaf Storm, Reflect, and Thunderbolt. 248 EVs in HP, 60 EVs in defense, 176 in special attack with a modest nature, and 24 EVs in speed with a Chilan Berry. Thanks to Rotom-Mow being able to avoid Ursaluna's ground stab with Levitate, we can actually switch into anything that Mon wants to do with a Chilan Berry and take the normal hit as well. Like a Facade will never one-shot us with this berry attached. 176 EVs with modest nature guarantees that we one-shot almost all variants of it with Leaf Storm, even if it's running max HP, as well as get the KO on a Corviknight after rocks with Thunderbolt. Volt Switch obviously gets a bit of momentum, and I wanted to run Reflect as the 4th move, mainly to have a bit of a neutral ground play to click if Ursaluna obviously is in against us. Because if it's running an Assault Vest, that I can also see a world in which it tries to stay in and tries to grab the kill on Ice Punch, which could very well have for landers, right? So I wanted to have a neutral ground play that I could make so I don't just thud into it, predicting the switch out in Volt Switch. So that's going to be the use of that there. And obviously Reflect is also kind of nice against other things if Rotom-Mow is no longer on the field. And then last but not least, it's going to be our Entei, Kotal Khan over here. Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Crunch, and Flare Blitz. 64 EVs in HP, max attack, 4 EVs in special defense, 188 speed with a Jolly Nature. Charcoal as the item. Slowking is actually pretty much the only good fire resist into Entei. Infernape obviously is very, very frail. It can be picked off by Extreme Speed, which out-prioritizes even things like Mach Punch and Vacuum Wave. Other than that, Sacred Fire and Flare Blitz are very, very spammable into my opponent's team. Even Ursaluna does not take it particularly well, which obviously welcomes being burnt, but that's also why we have Flare Blitz to be able to do even more damage to that thing. Extreme Speed is the main reason I wanted to run Entei this week, because I was very, very worried still about Terra Ice Jolteon. Dude, that thing is such a demon against us, and this gives us a little bit of priority for that, and then obviously Crunch can hit the Slowking. I was initially choice banned on Entei, but I really, really wanted to be able to switch moves if Slowking came in on me. So I decided to go for Charcoal instead to get that extra power on Flare Blitz, because that makes it that much more uncomfortable for Ursaluna and the likes to switch into us. So yeah, that's going to be the team. Hope you guys enjoy this battle, and with that being said, let's cut straight to that. See you guys there. Alright y'all, so welcome to the Week 7 battle against Al, aka Abomination, coach of the Athabasca Miltanks. We're here right before team preview, and this is it, lads. This is Seed 1 versus Seed 2, and honestly, Al is probably the toughest opponent on my schedule, so yeah, I'm quite excited for this one, but also nervous, I will admit. Not to mention that for a bit of fourth wall breaking, this is the 4th time that Al and I are playing in BHDL, and all 3 prior times I did win, so he's going to be looking for my blood. He wants me dead, but hey, I'm just looking for a good battle. So yeah, good luck and have fun to my opponent. I'll see you guys at team preview. Alright, let's see the team that we're working with here. So we got Jolteon, of course, literally the one I was most worried about, which is Terra Ice. We got Ursaluna. We got Whimsicott. We got Corviknight. We got Infernape, which is Terra Water. And we have Slowking. No Kyurem. Wow. It's funny because there's a couple people that I was talking to about this matchup, and they were all saying that, you know, there's a very real possibility Kyurem doesn't show up. And yeah, there it isn't. It's not here. We do see Infernape, we do see Jolteon. These are two very, very scary Terra captains. I'm going to leave with Iron Crown. I think a Jolteon lead is the most likely from his scenario, and I actually want to Terra early. I told myself I was going to do that if I did see Whimsicott, because otherwise I have very little switch-ins to, like, a Stun Spore. And also, or a Slowking Thunder Wave, right? Which I'm both expecting them to have. But yeah, we're gonna lock them in. Good luck and have fun to Al. Let's have a good one, man. Al, like I said in the intro, guys, Al is probably the person on my schedule that I respect the most. Not that I don't respect anyone else, because we have a really cool schedule this season with lots of tough battlers. But yeah, man, Al's someone else. Like, I don't know how I've managed to beat this guy 3 times. It's kind of the same as Ray, right? Just people that I highly respect and somehow managed to fluke 3 wins against. But yeah, let's have a good one. We said our good luck, have funs. I said I'm Terra Electric Iron Crown, good. Let's do it. And hopefully this is not an hour-long battle like it was in Season 5. Yep, Jolteon lead. Okay, perfect. Alright. I want to get my Terra off right away because I want to be able to resist all of this thing's hits. Terra Ice is not going to hurt me. I'm going to Terra, I'm going to Tachyon Cutter right off the bat. I'm expecting Volt Switch. Even if he stays in, Tachyon Cutter does some decent chip because Jolteon is very frail. And I'm expecting an Ursaluna switch because he knows I'm Terra Electric, and that makes Volt Switch very telegraphed. If he randomly pulls out a Thunder Wave, we also obviously eat that. Not that I think he'll go for it because he knows we're Terra Electric. And we get to kind of scout this thing set a little bit. I'm expecting Specs, if I'm being brutally honest with you guys, or Life Orb. Probably with Volt Absorb as the ability, but we'll see what happens, right? If Slowking comes in, we can also Volt Switch out on that thing, because obviously it does resist our dual stab, but it is weak to our Volt Switch, and I have Terra Blast for it as well, because I wanted to have an electric move that doesn't force me out. So yeah, we're just going to fire off a Tachyon Cutter, see what he wants to do. Again, I shouldn't take much from this thing at all. Alright, we're going to Terra turn 1. He did not Terra, so that's good to know. So he's saving it at the back, otherwise, unless I'm randomly slower. Or sorry, faster than this Jolteon, but I doubt it. So we're going to hit Terra Electric. This is also much better, because if Kyurem was around, I think I don't want to Terra right away, but since he did, I'm good with it. That did absolutely nothing. Let's see, okay, so he did 33 damage. Let's see. Volt Switch. That is not Specs, and we didn't see Life Orb either, so I wonder what the item is. Probably Boots then, right? Okay, so that's good to know. Let me write that down. So Jolteon, not Specs. Got my little book with me here again as well. I'm not going to write the moves down, but I just wanted to like write down some information. Obviously, I got the Mons here to my left as well. Let's see what comes out. Iron Crown, of course, going to be very, very useful this game against most of his team, actually. There's a lot of Mons here that don't appreciate taking the combination of Tachyon Cutter and Terra Blast Electric. If he hard reads my Electric Stab, then maybe Ursaluna comes out. Alright, he's going to go Slowking, that's fine. So we can Volt Switch out on that thing. So we're going to Tachyon Cutter, get my chip. So we get 2 hits off on that thing, and then we can just Volt Switch out. And that's going to be leftovers. No, eject button. Oh, okay. Okay, so that means that thing has no manual recovery. So that's nice. Okay, so Slowking was eject button. So let's see what comes out now. Maybe the Infernape or the Ursaluna. I have good switch-ins to both, luckily. So I'm not too worried. Unless Infernape is randomly Specs. Specs Infernape would be really dangerous, actually, because then obviously it hits Lando on the lower special defense side. Vincent Rue comes in. That's the Ursaluna. Yep, okay. So Ursaluna is in. It didn't trigger a Flame Orb, right? I think that's how it works. If you switch out with with the button, I think that should trigger Flame Orb. So it's not a Guts variant. So in that case, I am always going to go hard Rotomo on this, because it is a very, very safe switch into this Ursaluna. Ice Punch should not 2-hit KO me, even Max Attack Adamant. I'm EV to take that. And like a Body Slam, of course, we can also take, because A, we have a Chilam Berry, and B, we're an Electric Type, so we can't get paralyzed, right? So this is the safer play. Let's see what he does. Ice Punch. I'm expecting Ice Punch. Double Edge. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna eat our berry with that. And we take it very, very well. That's nice. So we eat the Chilan Berry. We take very little damage from that. Nice little tech, actually. Okay, so now what? Okay, so our Chilan Berry is gone. We are at 208. Do I die to the next one? So I wasn't expecting double edge. Let's see. So next one... not a great chance to knock me out. I think... This is either going to be a Leaf Storm or a Reflect. What do you go out into here in this position? Probably Whimsicott, right? I think I like the idea of getting up a full Reflect, because it gets me out of the turn if he goes both Whimsicott and if he stays in, right? Leaf Storm does threaten this thing for a guaranteed Oko now, assuming it's not Assault Vest. It could be. But this gets me something out of the turn regardless. It will mean that we live the next double edge as well. Yep, he does switch out. Okay, what comes out? Whimsicott? That thing resists our dual staff, right? I have no idea what that is. That is Whimsicott. Okay, cool. So nice little Reflect there. Cool. So we're gonna get that up. We are not like Clay, obviously, but and he knows that. But yeah, I shouldn't take much damage from this thing at all. I am gonna go hard into Iron Crown again. Let's see if he U-turns. Or if he gets a Leech Seed. Leech Seed would be a very aggressive play, because obviously I am in with a Grass type. So that obviously would thud into me otherwise. And maybe he goes for Sub. If he has Sub, that's probably the play, right? Alright, so we're going to withdraw Rotomote. Have a Reflect up for a couple turns here, that's nice. So we're going to go into our Iron Crown again. Let's see what he goes for. Big Moonblast. Alright, makes sense. Doesn't do much. Life Orb Whimsicott. Okay. Wow. Alright, let's try to be a little bit careful around that thing. I'm going to Volt Switch here. I don't think there's ever a reason for you to stay in, because you could get smoked by Tachyon Cutter. We can't be paralyzed by Stun Spore. So Life Orb Whimsicott, that's a very interesting one. If Ursaluna comes back in, I actually am okay with that, because obviously I have a Reflect up now. So Rotomo can still switch into that thing way, way easier than before. Or so, well, the same as before, as if we had our Chilan Berry still active. Unfortunately, I am kind of like getting out-positioned here. He definitely has the momentum on me, right? But maybe with this Volt Switch we'll be able to regain some momentum back. If he goes Ursaluna, again, not a big deal. And Slowking or something else would be ideal. I hope Jolteon is not Volt Absorber, though. That could also be a thing, but going hard Jolteon on Iron Crown is very aggressive. So, I reckon this Volt Switch is a pretty safe play. If he stays in, I'm also good with that. Alright, he just stays in, so he gets a chip on me. Alright, that's fine. So he gets some, he loses some HP for Life Orb. That's very, very aggressive, by the way. What on earth? Alright, so we're gonna Volt. Get right out of there. Need to be a little bit careful, because we are getting low. Of course. Life Orb was a very cool brain. Alright, now what? I think I like the idea of going Entei. Entei's cool. I could also go Gengar. I don't want to get paralyzed though. I think Entei should be my play, right? Yeah, we're gonna go Entei. So Entei comes out. Here we have a little bit of a choice to make, because he can obviously switch out into Slowking, but he could also stay in and paralyze me, assuming he's got that. So, what's my best neutral ground player? I don't think I want to go Iron Crown and risk taking another Moonblast, because we could fall into range of that Jolteon. I'm almost tempted just to go hard Urshifu, but again, I don't really know if I want to get paralyzed, right? This is very tough. I want to read him going Slowking so badly. Sure, go for it. Okay, he switches. Perfect. Ooh, okay. So we're going to pull a Spicy Doublé, hopefully on Slowking. Yep, they're Slowking. Okay, cool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Slowking comes out. We're going to pull a Spicy Doublé into Urshifu. Eject button is gone. There's no Cobra Berry, so we do threaten a one-hit kill on this thing with Wicked Blow. So I'm actually going to bulk up, knowing that he wants to switch out. There is no way this thing takes a Wicked Blow without a Cobra Berry. And I don't think he ever risks me just clicking Wicked Blow, right? He should, well, Corviknight should be the play. So we're going to do that, and hopefully we can get some momentum back. If he really wants to be hyper aggressive, he could go Whimsicott on the dark move. Obviously, the other thing doesn't resist our dual stab, but I think Corviknight is your more likely switch in, right? So yeah, we're gonna bulk up with Urshifu, and that should allow us to 1v1 Corviknight, even if it's an Iron Press set, because Wicked Blow always crits. And hopefully we can get that thing out of the way. Alright, does switch out, perfect. Let's see who comes out, Corviknight or Whimsicott. One of those two, probably. That is Corviknight. That is Corviknight, good. Alright. Big bulk up. Cool. Corviknight. Reflect's gonna wear off. That's okay though, right? And a +1 Wicked Blow should kill this thing in theory. Is there any point at me going +2? I don't think so, right? Because I don't want to get U-turned on into what's it called? Into Whimsicott. So we're gonna Wicked Blow here. And let's see what he wants to do. He could U-turn, he could just Brave Bird me to try and... I don't think Corviknight beats me 1v1 though if I have a bulk up prematurely. I don't think it does. He doesn't know my item yet either. But obviously he knows I'm not choiced right now. And I think even with Rocky Helmet Chip, I think we do beat this Corviknight 1v1. That Life Orb Whimsicott, that was very, very strong. Him staying in there on getting that Moonblast off, so I'm weaker to Jolteon in the end game, was actually a really, really smart play. So I think I might have to keep my... right, he does stay in, we go Wicked Blow. Does do... Does also tell the other half. And he turns out. Okay, that's fine. Alright, Corviknight's gonna come back. Presumably Whimsicott comes in. We actually got like the absolute minimum roll there, actually, because I don't think he went below half, did he? I didn't see the color bar go yellow, but maybe that's because I'm colorblind. But yeah, man, he's... Alright, in comes the Whimsicott again. He's going to now see my leftovers. Let's see, Whimsicott. So +1 Sucker Punch does not quite kill this thing yet. Would you expect me to stay in? I almost want to stay in aggressively Wicked Blow, right? Expecting him to expect me to switch out, but I think that's the wrong play to make. I don't want to go Iron Crown and have it be even weaken even more. I definitely let Iron Crown get too weak. I'm gonna make the safe play and go Entei. I don't want to risk me staying in and go for Moonblast, because he knows that Sucker Punch doesn't kill, right? So I think this is the better play to make. So big Entei, Moonblast. Yep, okay, good. That's fine. Special attack fault doesn't matter. We're a physical attacker. How much do I do the Slowking with Crunch, is the thing. Slowking, because I don't think I do a lot. I do 44 to 52. I do a decent amount, actually. So let's Crunch here, expecting Slowking. If he stays in, we can still pick this thing off with E-Speed, right? Because E-Speed does 32 to 38 to this thing. That should almost be... That should be in range after one more Life Orb hit, I reckon. So I like this play. Hopefully he doesn't stay in and just aggressively stun Spore. He could, if he doesn't value Whimsicott anymore. But that does open up Urshifu a lot, right? Is there a world in which he stays in expecting my double again? I mean, Crunch still gets him in range, right? So, yeah, I think I'm fine with this. Okay, he does go stun Spore. Right, great play. So he does get me there. I hope we can at least get this attack off so that the Whimsicott is at least in range of extreme speed. That would be nice. Yep, unfortunate. Lovely. Okay. Do I Crunch again? There's no way he stays in this turn. It's always going to be freaking Parahex, isn't it? Even if I bring Terra Electric Iron Crown. Let's Crunch again, I think. It still gets the chip on it that we need. Hopefully we can get this off on Slowking. Let's see. Alright, there comes the Slowking again. Good. Right, can we get this attack off? We can. Good. Big Crunch. It was about half. Not bad. Presumably going to see Chilly Reception here. I think I like the Rotom play the most, probably. So we're going to do that. Chili Reception is kind of free. But I think I value health on Entei more than I value health on Rotom. So we're going to do this. Let's see what he goes for. I think we can take a Surf or a Scald. Chili Reception, okay, yeah. Man, he is, Al is like ruthless with this momentum, and he's got like an insane Volt turn caught on. We're just getting caught in the vortex. It's really annoying, but that Chili Reception is going to be healing it back up. Presumably Jolteon or Infernape comes out now. If Infernape probably has a free attack here, no? That's probably the one that comes out. Oh, this is rough. We're gonna need... That's Jolteon. Okay, so that thing might have to Terra. It's Flame Orb. Okay, so it's Quick Feet. Good to know. Terra Blast Ice. Does that kill me at this point? It should, right? Terra Blast Ice does 71 to 85. Yeah, absolutely. This is rough, man. Do I even live a hit with Iron Crown at this point? Now that I'm at 118. Terra Blast Ice. After my Terra Electric. Yeah, I'm 2 KO by that. This freaking Jolteon, man. I think Entei's the play then. Presuming Terra Blast Ice comes out, right? Hopefully he Terras. If he does Terra, that means that there's no Terra on Infernape. Right, there's Terra. Hopefully we caught him with the Terra Blast. But yeah, Volt Switch is also kind of just free here, so it's tough, right? So much pivoting going on. Terra Blast, okay, good. Got that read right at least. Alright, take it decently well. Volt Switch never kills me, neither does Thunderbolt. He probably just does go for that. Volt Switch is free for him, right? Unfortunately. I think I just have to just crunch again. Oh, this is rough. I'm not liking our position here, folks. I mean, at least Entei, in theory, was our least valuable mon, because we still have ways of breaking past Corviknight, and it doesn't really match up too well into the rest, obviously. But yeah, we're just getting caught in an endless cycle of just having to pivot and taking hits. Like, it's most of the damage that he's taken has been damage that we've that he's done to himself, you know, with Life Orb and Burn and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'm liking the position. Corviknight's at half at least, so that's good. And so is Whimsicott. Alright, there's Volt Switch. There's a lot, but we do take it. Slowking comes into this to a kill by Crunch. And Whimsicott is picked off by Crunch into extreme speed. So we'll see if he calls that and maybe goes Corviknight or something. Infernape could also be a play. I think we did do more damage to Slowking than 33%, so it should have at least a little bit of chip on it. So maybe 2 Crunches consecutively do to a KO, assuming we get them off. Yeah, man, this is a really, really tough position to be in. We're going to need to figure out an endgame with Gengar, maybe? Oh, honestly, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I guess Urshifu can endgame pretty well as well once Whimsicott goes down, and depending on the Infernape set. If it's physical, then we might be in a better position, but we'll see. It probably should be special though, right? In a team with Land OT. Oh man, Al's played this well. Gotta give credit where credit's due, and yeah, I had a very, very long day today. Alright, there's the Slowking. Let's see. We do get Crunch off, beautiful. That is a 2-hit kill. That is awesome, at least. Good, good, good. Okay, so now what? Do I Crunch again? His switch out is pretty safe here. Right? What would you go into another Crunch? Does Corviknight outspeed me now that I'm paralyzed? It does, more than likely. Yeah, it does. I don't want a Sacred Fire. Expecting him to want to regenerate out. Sacred Fire doesn't kill though, unfortunately. Alright, I'll go for the KO on this thing. Let's see if we can get it. Still have E-speed if certain things switch in, right? And U-turn on, I think he doesn't kill me. Alright, he does switch out. Ah, I should have clicked Sacred Fire. Man. You go Whimsicott at least? Yeah, that's Corviknight. Yeah, I knew it, dude. I knew it. I should have just clicked Sacred Fire. Alright, little crunch at least. On its Citrus Berry. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. There's no point keeping Entei around at this point anymore, I don't think. He probably Brave Birds here, let's be honest. Yeah, I don't really have a switch in. I'll just Flare Blitz. In case he U-turns, yep, the Brave Bird. So Corviknight's gonna get the first KO. Man. I wish that Sacred Fire, man, because the crunch did hit right, we didn't get paralyzed, so I should have known. I really should have known. Snow's gonna stop. Now what? Is it Urshifu time? Is that the play? Or is it Lando time and get up Rocks? Rocks could really help here, actually. Rocks could really help. I do like Rocks a lot. Because we're switching around a lot, and we can taunt Corviknight, right? And nothing on our team gives Corviknight the opportunity to default, because Gengar outspeeds it and kills it, Urshifu outspeeds it and kills it. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go Lando, I'm gonna get up Rocks. I really want Rocks up. Mirror Armor, that honestly doesn't really matter. Stealth Rock here. He could Roost if he wants, that's fine by me. Because if we get Rocks up, then we can endgame with certain mons a lot better. For sure. So I do really want these up. He doesn't really have a great switch into Landorus, honestly. Because Whimsicott is chipped. Yeah, I shouldn't have let Iron Crown get chipped like that. Because otherwise it 1v1s, easily 1v1s like more than half of his team, right? So that's on me. But Life Orb Whimsicott was an insanely good brink to chip that down. So, yeah, I'm getting outplayed so far, but it's still not lost, right? Still not lost. We are getting chipped on stuff. We just need to figure out an endgame here. He's really thinking about it over there, seeing if he was, I think he probably just Roost or U-turns. Alright, we're gonna get Rocks. Beautiful. Roost. Iron Head. Oh, he's back in Iron Head. Okay, what the heck? Okay, yeah, always gonna taunt you now. Always gonna taunt you. So, Brave Bird, U-turn, Iron Head. Oh, so he's got, wait, so he's got those three moves. So that means he doesn't have either it doesn't have Roost or he doesn't have Defog. I guess we'll find out now. If you have Defog, you probably click it here, so I'm gonna find out if he's that or not. Alright, taunt here. We know it's not random mental here because we saw Citrus Berry. Let's see. Ethan's out. Alright, good. Keep Rocks up. I still don't die to Terra Blast Ice from Jolteon, so we can take that thing out. Low-key, if Jolteon comes out, do I stay in and eat the hit? That's the question. Because I can... So if Jolteon comes out, we can eat a Terra Blast Ice from that thing. And Earthquake, right? We can. But the problem is, then we can't check Infernape later. Well, we will live it, so we can get Intimidate off against it. Even at -1 EQ, it should kill Jolteon from where he's at. Alright, Ursaluna comes out instead. Okay. Think I go Rotom-Mow here always. Do I live a Double Edge from this thing? At the range of the map? I think I do. Again, 208. double edge. I don't have my Chilan Berry anymore. Okay, okay, according to my calcs, it is a roll in his favor, but I think it's a play we have to make. Oh, shut up. Damn it, I should have U-turned. Whoops. I should have U-turned, that's on me. I should have U-turned for the chip. I wasn't thinking. Okay, I mean, it's minimal chip at the end of the day, but hopefully it doesn't end up mattering. Right, Rotom is in. Double edge, yep. Should lift this. And we don't lift it. Unfortunate. Well. Rip Rotom. I mean, if he's max attack adamant, that's a roll in his favor, right? Unfortunately. So, now what? I can go Gengar and Encore him into that. Maybe. I don't think there's ever a world in which you can fit Crunch. Let's go Gengar. Let's go Gengar. Does he stay in here is the question. He sees my air balloon. Does he stay in here? That's my question. So do I attempt to Encore him into that? I think I do. I think I do attempt to Encore him into it. Hopefully this isn't a misplay. But if he's got like Crunch or Ice Punch or whatever to hit me, then he probably wants to just break my balloon, right? Because if he's AV, he probably takes me on pretty well. But with this Encore, I can't beat any variant. Because he'll be locked into double edge, so he'll be forced to switch. Draws, damn it. Damn it, could have got a nasty blow up. Sorry, cat's out of the bag with the Encore, unfortunately. That's Whimsicott. Oh man. Unfortunate. Yep, so Encore's gonna fail. I mean, Nasty Plot wouldn't have been the play either if this thing's got Encore anyway. Itself, right? Yeah, I'm not liking this, folks. We are getting freaking destroyed here. Does Iron Crown still live a Moonblast? After Terra Electric, Moonblast, we are at 118. Life Orb. Okay, I do still take one Moonblast. So we're gonna go Iron Crown here. This is the best thing I can see Iron Crown doing. I don't see how I don't. Unfortunately, I think I lose to the combination of Infernape and Jolteon because Landorus can take on one but not both, and I don't see how I can beat Infernape without Landorus. Unfortunately, Shadow Ball. Oh, he's with Shadow Ball as well. Okay, well, yeah, we don't even take that critical hit just for good measure. I thought he would Encore me, but Shadow Ball. Yep. I just lose, folks. I literally just lose. Do I even take a Shadow Ball with Gengar? I do take it, but like barely. Like literally barely. Yeah, I mean, there's no point staying in. So we lose Iron Crown. This is not going well, folks. I don't know what am I doing wrong? I don't understand. I feel like I'm making decent plays, but we're just getting caught in an endless vortex of just pivoting and stuff. Like I just don't think this matchup is ours to win. I really don't. Do I have to go Urshifu at like? Man, I don't want to take Chep on Gengar. Is my play genuinely to go Urshifu and bluff Sucker Punch and just click Wicked Blow? That genuinely the play? I think it has to be. Honestly, I don't see any other way. I literally don't see any other way. So we're gonna go Urshifu. We're behind, right? So we need to start making some plays. I'm gonna Wicked Blow. Controversially, I'm gonna Wicked Blow. Hoping he overpredicts and thinks I'm gonna go Sucker Punch. And if he doesn't, then it's game, right? It's literally game. I don't see a way I can win this otherwise. Just Moonblast. I should have clicked Sucker Punch. Well, it was a good run, folks. It was a good run. Am I about to get fucking schmicks out here? No, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I literally can't win this, dude. I literally can't win this. Landorus. Who's better to take the chip on? At least we're decently invested on Landorus. That's something. I guess Landorus? There's no way we can win. Like, at this point, Jolteon just comes in and spams Volts and Switches, right? There's literally nothing we can do. We are about to get freaking like 5-0'd here or something. God. I'll just U-turn in case he switches out, I guess. What did I do wrong here? I genuinely, like, I feel like my plays were okay. Was I just, like, that outmatched in prep? He didn't even bring any, like, particularly crazy techs, or at least I don't think so. I think this is just honestly a bad matchup. I mean, I didn't think this was a good matchup to begin with. Alright, there's Moonblast. He's gonna die from the Life Orb anyway. Protect Orb doesn't matter. Yep, this goes down from the Life Orb. So the first kill we get isn't even ours. The first freaking kill we get isn't even ours, dude. Yeah, there's U-turn. Gengar's not winning this. Not with Jolteon still fully healthy. Unironically, if Jolteon was dead, then we had a shot, right? Assuming we got extremely lucky on Infernape, but yeah, there's Jolteon. Takes rocks. It's way too healthy. Way too healthy. EQ. Al, do you mind over-predicting and clicking Volt Switch here? Yeah, no, didn't think so. That's gonna kill us even with the Yachi Berry. Alright, goodbye Landorus. Again, I don't know what I did wrong here, folks. I feel like my plays were on point. Maybe I should have just, like, Volt Switched early game and, like, because the Reflect kind of lost some momentum with Rotom. Like, so, like, Volt Switch out on Ursaluna instead. You know? So I don't even think Sucker Punching the Whimsicott would have done anything here. So, like, who even is the switch here? I don't think it matters. I have no idea what to do. YOLO Focus Blast in case he goes Ursaluna. There's Volt Switch. Yeah, there's Upper Half. Yeah, nice. Could you disable that next time he comes in as well? And like the rest of his moves? Yeah, this is miserable. I'm gonna need to study this replay because I don't know what I did wrong here. I feel like this matchup, like, maybe what he brought into me. I mean, the Whimsicott was very smart prep. I'll give him that. But like, other than that, I just don't know. Like, I just got outplayed. You just go Ursaluna. All right, we did catch that one at least. Can we hit the Focus Blast? We can, but he's got a Chople Berry. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna need the second. We're gonna need to hit a second one, unfortunately, if we want to do this, because Shadow Ball can't touch this thing. Unfortunately, I did take off Energy Ball, so Focus Blast. All right, we do hit it. Lower the differential, very epic. So this is a 4-0 loss. If Jolteon comes in, Thunderbolt kills me. If Infernape comes in, and if it's Scarf, it just kills me with anything. Shadow Ball doesn't kill that thing back. And if it's not Scarf, then yeah. Jolteon comes out. Probably going to see Thunderbolt. Yeah, I mean, he just does this until I die, right? Just out of interest, if do I live one Volt Switch? So, like, can I potentially get another KO here? No, I don't. All right, that's gonna be GG's. Well played, Al. That's all I can say. Terra Blast. That's obviously stronger, right? Yeah. So Gengar's gonna go down. And that's gonna be a 4-0 loss. Technically, the first loss that we suffered this season. All right. So quick little pause, y'all. That game being a 4-0 loss is the first game that I've lost by more than 1 point since the Season 3 finals of Battle Hub Draft League that happened on the 5th of May in 2024. Every single loss we suffered after that in Seasons 4, 5, and 7 even, and have all been 1-0 losses. So this really marks the end of an era for the L.E.A.F agents. It was a good run though, I enjoyed it while it lasted, but yeah, good job on Al for ending that legendary streak.
If not now, then next time.
Because obviously in week 1 we kind of got hacked brutally, so that was not our fault. We should have won that game 4-0. This is the first genuine loss, and again, I'm a little bit lost for words because I don't see how I could have done this differently. I really don't. This honestly felt unwinnable, and it sucks because I really didn't want to have to like lose my lose my winning streak against Al like that. But hey, I mean, I said it before, right? He's the toughest trainer out there, and I respect him a lot. So congratulations, my friend, you did it. L.E.A.F agents are gonna lose our first spot in the standings from that, unfortunately. Big loss there. It is what it is, right? Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Do make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and we'll see you guys back in week 8, when I believe we're going to be taking on our fellow Dutchie Stefan. So look forward to that. Peace out, guys.